I am a teacher at a primary school. The school holidays in winter had just begun. I'm feeling full of joy. The kids were chatting amongst themselves about Santa and Christmas presents before they broke up. It made me think back to when I was a child and found out Santa wasn't real during a terrifying experience. I love Christmas and still do, but Christmas Eve I was always wide awake. I tried to catch Santa every year, waiting for my parents to go to bed and sneak out of bed. They always caught me. One year, however, they didn't. I was about 6 years old. My friend said if I pretended to go to sleep, my mum and dad would go to sleep earlier, making sneaking out to spot Santa really easy. Awesome, I thought. Christmas Eve rolls up and I pretend to be asleep. So I start to sleep on the floor, and Dad takes me upstairs and puts me to bed. When he left, I waited around 5 minutes before going to sit next to my bedroom door, listening intently to ensure everyone was asleep. It took so long I did fall asleep, but when I awoke, the house was completely silent. So I opened my door very carefully and went upstairs to the lounge, tiptoeing all the way. I reached the sofa, sat behind the curtains and wrapped my duvet around me. Watching out of the window, it was snowing and beautiful. I was looking for Santa. What if he'd already been? I thought to myself. I looked out at the stockings and tree. Thankfully not. Phew. I looked back out of the window and he was outside. He didn't have a sleigh though, or any reindeer, but it's Santa. He's looking through everyone's windows. I think he might go past my house without entering. He continues looking around and he sees me. I start waving, so excited that he'd spotted me. He waved back and walks towards my window whilst looking around. He had a bag with him. It must have everyone's presents in it, I thought. He whispered to me, "Hi, sweetheart, do you want to come say hello to Santa?" I nod my head and he points at the front door. I watched out of my long window above the door as Santa tried to get in. It's locked. So I unlock it and he tried again. He said, "Okay, sweetie, just unlock that last lock." I try but can't grip it properly. He said, "Okay, let's go to the back instead." I go to the back door and watch as he comes around the corner, triggering our outdoor light. I could completely see him now. He was a lot thinner and younger than I thought. The light spooked him, but he saw me standing there, so carried on towards the door. He wanted me to be quick as he had something special just for me. He reached into his bag. I unlocked the door and pushed it open. Alarms started and my ears hurt, so I blocked them using my hands. Santa looked worried and was holding a rope in his hand. He reaches for me, but suddenly my mum picks me up. My dad punches Santa so hard he falls back. That's all I saw. My mum ran with me to my room and locked the door. She explains that that isn't Santa, whilst my dad kept saying she still thinks Santa is real. That's why she tried to let that man in. I started to cry and the police were here now. The man had already gone, but not before dropping his wallet when he'd landed on the floor. His bag was also there. Looking in, my dad said there was more rope, sweets and duct tape inside of it, not a present in sight, as well as various tools, carrier bags and a hammer. It really frightened me and I no longer believed in Santa.